Hello, it's Dave here. Welcome to my channel, Vintage Toy Rush. I'm back live in the collection room, also known as the Cave of Dave. Now, in the last video, I unpacked my Coleco Rambo figures, well, the good guys, otherwise known as the team of the Force of Freedom. And today I'm going to follow that up with the bad guys, otherwise known as the team of S.A.V.A.G.E. Welcome. Well, today we're going to go back to 1986 and I'm going to unpack my Coleco Rambo figures, the team of S.A.V.A.G.E. So let's just crack on with it. So, I think we'll just have to start with the leader of S.A.V.A.G.E. This is General Warhawk, and to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed by this figure. I mean, he's supposed to be the leader of S.A.V.A.G.E., you know, the evil team who wants to take over the world. But really, I think he's a rather boring figure. Looks like he's just wearing, you know, double denim, and he's just trying to make himself look cool by having some shiny sunglasses. But, you know, he is the leader, so let's just take a closer look at him. So as I say, he's got sunglasses, blue top and blue trousers. He does have the S.A.V.A.G.E. emblem there on the arm. Now, S.A.V.A.G.E. is actually an acronym, and it stands for, I'm going to have to read this out because I can't remember what it stands for. I'm not sure anyone can, but it stands for Specialist Administrators of Vengeance, Anarchy, and Global Extortion. Special Administrators of Vengeance, Anarchy, and Global Extortion. S.A.V.A.G.E. I think I'll just call it S.A.V.A.G.E. from now on. But like all the other Rambo figures in the line, he's fully loaded with weaponry. So he's got a rather nice machine gun there. He has this firing sword. This is like Rambo's torpedo launcher or rocket launcher. It's got the pull string and spring, so it fires off. He's got a nice pistol there in his holster and another machine gun on the back. So that is the leader of S.A.V.A.G.E., General Warhawk. Now, his second in command is Sergeant Havoc. Now, I think his wardrobe has probably been borrowed from Rambo's. He's got the same kind of white top as Rambo's. Now, this is a more interesting figure, I think. He's got the camouflage trousers. And let's take a look at his weaponry here. He's got rather awesome looking rocket launcher, again with that pull string mechanism. Another gun, machine gun here. He's got a pistol in a holster, which actually has a lid that goes over the top, which is quite nice. A machete there also in his belt. And a pair of binoculars. And on his front he has the S.A.V.A.G.E. logo as well. So he's essentially the Rambo of the bad team, of the bad side. Now, this is one of my favourite figures. This guy is called Gripper. As you can see, he has a gripping hand, mechanical gripping hand. And overall, he's a really nice looking figure. Great colour scheme on him as well. Let's just take a closer look. So he's got red beret, eye patch, 2 ammo belts there holding his backpack. There's his gripping hand. He's got a nice dagger there. He's also got an Uzi machine gun on his leg. In fact, this guy likes Uzi machine guns because he's holding a rack of them here. There's another 4, which is quite nice. And just in case 5 is not enough, he's got another one on the other side in another holster. And his backpack action is one where his rack of Uzis come out in front of him. He's a nice figure. That is one of my favourites, I think, from this team. Now, next we have a guy called Nomad. And as I said in a previous episode, you know, these figures weren't without controversy. You know, the characters are based on the cartoon, The Force of Freedom, which itself is based on the Rambo films First Blood and First Blood Part 2, which are rated R. And, you know, this attracted a lot of attention from parents and from action groups because of the association with the violence. But this guy in particular definitely got a lot of attraction, basically because of the fact that, you know, he's very much a terrorist, and I think in the end actually this character was pulled from the shelves. His name is Nomad, so let's have a closer look at him. He's actually not a bad looking figure. He's got the watch there on his wrist, weaponry on the front, a dagger there, another dagger on his leg holster, a gun in a holster there around his waist. Yeah. So that is Nomad. This is Mad Dog. And I don't know if you remember from the last time, each of these characters comes with I call it a card tag, but gives a description of the character. So let's have a look at what Mad Dog's description is. So his principal characteristics: he's 6 foot tall, orange mohawk haircut. He was found unfit for military service. Yeah, and he's an urban warrior. Moves around the city using a network of sewers, rooftops and fire escapes. Now, he's really, in my eyes, just walked straight out of one of those 80s, you know, side-scrolling beat-em-up arcade games. He's very much in that realm. Let's have a closer look at him. You can see the orange mohawk there, gold earring, sort of spiked necklace or studded arm or wristbands as well, and the waistcoat, ammo belts, the gun on the back, dagger in the holster or sheath on the side, and his bullwhip there as well. It's a nice character, definitely from the 80s. There's no doubt about that. Let's put him there. And then finally, well, I say finally, at least finally for the Series 1 of figures that Coleco released, we have Black Dragon, a ninja. Of course, it's the 80s. There's always a ninja in these toy lines. And as I said last time, there wasn't just one ninja, but there were 2 ninjas in Rambo, or at least Force of Freedom: White Dragon and Black Dragon. Now, if you notice, the sculpts on these figures are exactly the same. They're identical. In the storyline, these 2 ninjas are actually twin brothers, which I guess is handy considering the sculpts are exactly the same. White Dragon went to the good side, Black Dragon went to the bad side. Let's have a closer look at Black Dragon. As you can see, identical face sculpt to the White Dragon. He's got the S.A.V.A.G.E. logo on his arm there, the throwing star, sword on the back. I think he's got a better looking bow than the White Dragon. Another knife and a leg holster. And again, he's got this nasty looking weapon, this hook on a chain. I don't know what the name of this thing is. There must be an official name. but it looks pretty nasty. I wouldn't want to meet this guy. So yeah, that is Black Dragon. And his twin brother, White Dragon. So there we are. Those are the figures from the team of S.A.V.A.G.E, released in '86 by Coleco. Now, these figures that I've shown here and in the previous video are actually Series 1, from Series 1 of the release. Now, because of all the controversy, these figures didn't actually stay around in the shops for very long. However, in Argentina in particular, I don't know if they're released anywhere else, there was actually a Series 2 line of figures released. In the cartoon, there are actually more characters. So on the Force of Freedom team, for example, there's T.D. Jackson and the Chief. And on the S.A.V.A.G.E team, there are characters like Dr. Hyde and Snakebite. So, I hope you liked this video. If you do, please give it a subscribe and a like. And I'm going to be doing part 3 next, and part 3 is going to be taking a look at a couple of those Series 2 figures. In the UK, they're incredibly rare, so this will be hopefully a treat of a video. So until then, stay safe and cheers.